I feel like September was a threshold space, a portal period where I spent most of my time in isolation, dancing and being with my partner and traveling places. That isn't to say I didn't get to spend time with my friends. I did. I got to teach my herbal study group at Greenhouse, which I really enjoyed. And I got to go get coffee and catch up with Kaylee and Herman, as well as taking a hike with them.
Before the idiots are taking over, they're caught up in the race of wanting more, and we can tell one from the other. No one can tell you what they're running from. No one knows anymore. What's it for? What's it for?
One of my favorite local coffee shops is Velicor Coffee Roasters, formerly Bean Foster's. They have some amazing house-made syrups like vanilla, honey lavender, and muscovado brown sugar, and there's always these amazing hand-drawn chalkboard art pieces. Rudy the Bat is a fan favorite, but I also really enjoy the smaller ones like this owl.
Oh, we have to give it one more try. Now that the idiots are taking over, they're caught up in the race of wanting more, and we can tell one from the other. No one can tell you what they're running from. No one knows anymore. What's it for? What's it for? Oh no. One more time before it's over. They're caught up in the race of wanting more, and we can tell one from the other. No one can tell you what they're running from. No one knows anymore. What's it for? What's it for?
My college work and university course load also picked back up this month, so I spent a lot of time at my computer in the dusk hours, taking notes, working on papers, and ensuring that I don't fall too far behind with my online classes. Then the fall equinox came. It was finally time to gather the last of the herbs for a herbal bundle and a protective working for the rest of the year. I got to gather some of my absolute favorites like yarrow, catnip, mugwort, and I think I grabbed some tulsi as well. This teaching is one that I talked about on Instagram that I got from Lisa Fazio of the Root Circle. And I've been making these protective bundles every year on the summer solstice, although now I am trying to get a little bit more consistent with them. This was also the perfect time to check on my tomatoes and see how the garden is doing. Some of our beefsteak tomatoes aren't quite ready yet, and I've definitely been neglecting the garden as the season grows cooler and we move into fall. But I did get a pretty mighty haul of cherry tomatoes that I'm very proud of. I also spent some time late on the equinox cleaning up my altar space. My working altar has become quite congested as of recently with the amount of oils that have come into my possession. So I just went through and put some away into this box I keep in my closet for later use or more infrequent use. And I left all my daily oils out on my altar. I also took the time to check in on my desk area and my bookshelf, just putting things away as necessary and seeing if I could get rid of some of the clutter that had accumulated over the month of September. I ended this month working on another paper at a movie night with my friends. We unfortunately vetoed the Barbie movies to watch, which I feel like is incredibly unfortunate. But we did watch Pirates of the Caribbean, which is, a nice second choice, I guess, although I am more partial to the 12 Dancing Princesses. And there were a lot of things that occurred between the times where I took footage and video throughout this month. But all in all, September was kind of a time to ground and reflect and reset, especially before we move into October. Spooky season, busy season, ancestor season. I know I'm going to have my hands full, so I savored some time just to myself. I embroidered, I danced, I finally got a pole for my house, and I kind of just existed. And to me, that was enough to not have to show the whole world my experience or experiences all the time. I'm sure eventually I'll share more about this threshold and portal period that I've entered throughout the month of September. But for now, it's just between me and my ancestors and my spirits and a few close friends. September was a strange month. Not because it was chaotic, but because I feel like I blinked and it was gone. In a moment, a whole month had passed me by, and it left me to reflect on what I had actually done this whole time. That's all. I will see you next month, and always remember, Siete Benedetti.